The frontman of the Indiana Pacers could deny it all they want, but fans and pundits alike agree that the franchise is in the early stages of a rebuild. After logging one of the worst seasons ever, the ensuing youth movement should pick up even more steam as the team approaches what should be an eventful offseason. Pump your brakes. The rumor mill is swirling, and one big star could be on the move to greener pastures. The Pacers would be wise to sneak around and monitor the situation closely. This could be a golden opportunity for the Indiana Pacers if it pops up. In fact, one trade from Bleacher Report pictures Indiana as a great destination for this perennial all-star. So in today's video, we're going to dive deep into the Indiana Pacers and Utah Jazz trade that makes both teams playoff contenders. I'm going to put the trade up on the screen right now. Now the Pacers, they're going to get Donovan Mitchell and Royce O'Neal. The Utah Jazz, they're going to get guard Malcolm Brogdon, Buddy Hield, a 2022 and 24 first-round pick, a 2023 first-round pick swap. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. This is a blockbuster trade. Of course it is. That's what we do here on this channel. The Pacers right now are currently angling for this type of trade, and they need to add to their young core. Executing this move could immediately push the franchise's standing in the league as a potential contender, and adding complementary pieces around it would legitimize this retool. Established all-stars like Donovan Mitchell rarely become available for poaching in the trade market, and it's even more rare for them to choose a small market team as their destination. However, Mitchell has helped the Utah Jazz, another small market franchise, become one of the most lethal forces in the Western Conference. Should the Jazz make a pivot, however, with Quinn Snyder's departure as a foreboding signal, Mitchell could be on his way out, as trading him presents the best avenue for the franchise to make a big shift in direction. If so, the Indiana Pacers should aggressively pursue him. And not only is Mitchell an instant cornerstone that the Pacers can viably build around, but he could be the alpha that they're currently missing, serving as an ideal backcourt scorer who Tyrese Haliburton can thrive with. Yes, his defense is quite suspect, but that dynamic duo between Haliburton and Mitchell is sure enough to make up for the defense lacking. And better yet, Mitchell is locked up until 2026 with that player option on the last year. This substantial roster control is a huge deal, you guys, and that counters that huge chunk of draft picks that they had to give up to get him. Also, the Pacers will not be pulling the trigger on this deal to get Royce O'Neal, but he's a great defensive-minded veteran, and the team could flip him later to get more assets. So let's talk about why the Utah Jazz would pull the trigger on this trade. If they want to go full rebuild on this, they'll be able to consolidate even more draft capital when they want. Brogdon and Hield would bring an arsenal of draft picks and future assets if they decided to deal them later to contenders in need. And the Jazz would be able to regain franchise flexibility with getting rid of Donovan Mitchell's contract. It would give them the best shot at an instant reboot. With Rudy Gobert still in town, Utah can afford to remain competitive, and their prospective returns are no slouches. I mean, we're talking Malcolm Brogdon, Buddy Hield. The guys are consistent contributors who should fit well in their current system. And the Pacers, they dangle draft picks are attractive to absorb. Plus, the Jazz get that 6th overall pick. That would be a great kickstart to supercharge a possible rebuild. Now, the Knicks and the Heat, they can offer more attractive names than the Indiana Pacers, like suddenly diminishing value of Julius Randle, the lengthy overpay contract that Duncan Robinson has, and the possible poison pill Tyler Hero, whose upside can make teams overestimate his contract value. Really, the Jazz have full flexibility in this trade with the Indiana Pacers. So, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. In my opinion, if the Utah Jazz decide to go with this trade, it's a win-win for both franchises. If the Utah Jazz decide to go a full rebuild, they get the exact draft capital and the players they need to do it. And the Indiana Pacers get an all-perennial all-star to carry them for years to come. So I would do it if I were them. But I'm curious to see what you guys think. So tomorrow, we'll be back better than ever with some more Indiana Pacers basketball. But until then, Pacers fans, you guys already know, I'll save y'all a seat. Peace.